Mukama asimwe. Amabala ninyowe Senior Superintendent of Police James Kawalya, Deputy Regional Police Commander Kigezi. I take the opportunity to welcome His Grace, the Archbishop of Born Again Churches in Uganda, Kigezi. My Lord, the Bishop, Dr. Aloysius Chiza, and the other bishops around, protocol observed. Just as you have heard from previous speakers, you will all agree with me that the police and the churches, we are all under one commander-in-chief. We have the Assistant Commander-in-Chief, in this case who is the President, but we have the Supreme Commander-in-Chief, who is God. You will agree with me that police will enforce the laws of the country, penal codes and the other relevant laws. But all of them are guided by the 10 commandments. Actually, when you analyze the 10 commandments, they summarizes all these other laws that guides our daily operations. The 10 commandments. We have problems here and there in our interactions as human beings. Of course, because of the weaknesses we have as human beings, because we are not supernatural, we don't have that supernatural powers like Jesus or whatever. But those weaknesses can always be overcome so long as we work towards achieving or scoring in one goal. All these activities we do, I can summarily say, they rotate around security. If we have security, things are moving on well. And if there is insecurity, of course the obvious is also true. Poverty, unemployment, what? But if I can pose a question, who is responsible for that? Who is responsible for poverty? Who is responsible for insecurity? Who is responsible for unemployment? The answers are there with you. They may not be brought up now. But I can basically say there are 3 people responsible. For whatever reasons, for whatever situation you are undergoing, there are 3 people responsible for that. Am I right? Who are they? So it's incumbent on us at individual level to identify our problems. It's very good always to identify what? A problem you are facing. As a human being, which problem are you facing? And how are you going to go about it? In many cases, people say, government has not done this. Is it true that the government is doing or it's yours as well? What have you done for yourself? What have you done for your community, where you stay? What have you done for your family? Because if it's about digging and I have food, he has the food, are we going to have food insecurity in the area? But because he's having food, I don't have food, I will go and steal his food. And the crime will come in. What does the region say about stealing? At the end of the day, I'm not looking at my own action or act of stealing, I'm looking at the police. Someone has stolen a batch of matoke, and I really see that this person is needy. He wanted the food, and above all, he has tried everywhere, had nothing, a bunch of matoke, or even a cluster. But you say, for me, I want him where? Any police? What does religion say about that? To me, I think it's a minor what? Where we can sit together and agree. As I take him to police, or as you take him to police, you will be happy. How about my family? They will be annoyed. With who? At the end of the day, you leave the actor, or the actors, in this case, the thief and the complainant, you all look at the police. The other gentleman lost his cow, and I said, I'm forgiving that person. This one has lost a piece of maize, saying, I want him in court. The other one said, for me, I'm forgiving him. He stole my cow. I've recovered him. Or he's my relative. I'm forgiving him. But the one of maize say, I want him where? It's now going to be a point of reference. You see, police? The other day, James stole a cow. They forgive him. This one stole just a piece of maize. Police is coiling on him. Police, we are demand driven. You call us, and we go by the wish, because the law says whether you stole a piece of maize or you stole a sack, all the same you stole. And the punishment is what? Whether you stole a cow and I stole a calf, the punishment is what? It's the same. But someone who says, I'm forgiving him. Do you think the police should proceed? Do you think if someone says, I want him in court, do you think police can refuse? Now that situation is for what? So, in whatever situation, you need to have a plan. Identify the problem. Study that problem very well. What is our problem? Is it water? As a community, what are we doing to solve this problem? Is it food, shortage in the area? In my area, I come from the central part of Uganda. When I was still young, my dad could have a garden. They could have like 3 gardens or plantations, let me say, in that case. That is a plantation, mommy is a plantation, and the chief was a plantation. But I was still young, but I still remember. I didn't see at any single day did the chief come to harvest his garden. It was still harvested by what? By us. That garden could be harvested and eaten by us. But every homestead, you would have what? The man's garden or plantation, the wife's plantation, and the chief's plantation. That one was all about fighting food insecurity. Because if you harvest all your 2 gardens, you resort to the other one of the chief. Will you go and steal? And each family could have such gardens. So the people who are responsible, I said one is God. One is what? Whether you are poor or rich, someone who is responsible for that situation is God. He's the one who made you poor. Yes. Is what? Because God, others are saying, how? No, it's God. Because he's the one who decides on everything. Yes. I said there are 3 people who are responsible. One is what? It's God. The one, it's God who gave us, but God, remember, God, he did his work. So at the end of the day, we are going to find out who is responsible. But I'm saying one is what? But God, he did his work. He created you. He gave us good climate and the weather. Over the rest, we have good climate and the weather over the rest. Remember, in 1907, I think. 1907, historian will tell us. 1907, Churchill, when he visited Uganda, he said it's a pile of what? But are we utilizing that opportunity as individuals? Are we? God gave us fertile soils. Yes. I said he's responsible for whatever situation you are undergoing. He gave us green cover and the vegetations. He gave us freshwater bodies. He gave us mountains. He gave us forests. He gave us wildlife and birds. He gave us oil and gas. All those are God-given resources and wealth. Don't you think he's responsible for whatever situation you are undergoing? Don't you think so? The second actor is the government. So if you are poor, the government is responsible. Not so? If you are rich, I also think the government is responsible. But if you are none of the above, I don't know where you belong. If you are none of the above, I don't know where you belong. The government has done its work. The government has put in place an enabling environment. For example, there is peace and security. You ask His Grace the Bishop to travel all the way from Kampala up to here. Were you, sir, attacked? There is peace and what? There is stability. There is stability. There is good infrastructure. Your Grace, you drove from Kampala to here. How did you see? Nice roads. People are constructing terribly commercial and residential houses, factories. The government has provided good water. The Lady Mayor is here. I'm seeing type 2 water in my barracks where I sleep. There is water. That is cutters of government. There is education, UPE, USE, educational loan schemes. The government is doing its best to ensure that we all live. Medical care. Government has constructed health centers. It stocks them with medicine. But of course, you will say, whenever you go there is no medicine. It depends on the sickness you are undergoing. Me, I remember one day, I'm like, my brother here, warrant office, I got an accident. Mine was fatal. Actually, it's half fatal because I was supposed to die. But because God wanted me to reach Kawalya, He said, no, you must stay alive. But when I was talking to Mulago, this is a testimony. I was talking to Mulago. All I also had is that stereotyping that in Mulago, they don't what? They don't care, they are not drugs. But I was treated. I didn't pay any cost. And drugs that they didn't have, they advised me, you go and buy. And I bought it. And I mean, it was my health. Huh? So industrialization. The government is doing industrialization. They're even constructing industrial hubs. I think even in Kawalya we have one. Or we are about to have. But we have, I think, along Katuna. There is science and technology. Media. In 1986, those of you who were here, I think you had one radio station and one TV station. But today, as I talk, we have over 310 radio stations. And another one is here where we are standing. We have over 40 TV stations. The government has also done a decentralization. So many years ago, but of course not very many, I think Kawalya was the head of many regions here, all districts. But today we have Rubanda out of Kawalya. We have Rukiga out of Kawalya. Eh? There are very many. You find there is decentralization of power. But what are we doing with that power? When I was still young, you would find one RDC, one cow. There was no chairman of 5, I think, those days. But today, you find there is a cow in Kawalya, there is a cow in Rukiga, there is a cow in Rwanda, LC5, just like that. There is a bishop there or a reverend up to village level. There is a DISO, there is LC5, there is RDC, there is a DPC, there is a cow, there is Jewish CDO, there is everything in every district up to the village level. So we are over-governed, I can even say. But where are we living our morals? Where? That question is yours and mine as well. Because we used to have one RDC in the region, maybe like Kegezi now. But now we have many. This was what? DPCs, OCs. But because today a child is owned by an individual, those days a child would be a child of the village, of the community. There is a democracy. You had here a doctor saying we have votes. It's because of democracy. My dear, if there was no democracy, those votes would not be there. I'm telling you. This government has brought what? Democracy. There is elections every after 5 years. Don't you think the government has done its part? For my situation or for your situation? The third person is the man. You and me. So if you are poor, you are responsible for your being poor. If you are rich, you are. Man is supposed to work hard. Are you working hard? The answer is yours. The question is yours, and you also answer yourself. A positive person will tap in the contribution of the two above. A positive person will tap in the contribution of God, where you have we have good water, we have environment, infrastructure. God gave you forests, gave you everything God gave you. You have it. Are you tapping it there? Are you tapping it there? The person who is negative will always criticize what God gave him. This hill here also, it brings the coldness all the time. This forest also, yet others are utilizing it for their good. For you, you are seeing negativity in it. Government has put the road. This government has contracted for us a road. Are we going to eat this malam? This tamaka? Are we going to eat this tamaka? What do you want? What do you want? So, issues of security also go into that line, the way we have seen above. What God gave you, what the government has done, and what you are supposed to do. Many times you ask, police has not helped us. What have you done to help yourself? Huh? What have you done to help yourself? Gentlemen, help me. Stand up. Do you have a home? Do you have a house? Do you have doors on your house? Who told you to put those doors? Huh? For what? Are you saying the man has a house with doors and he has, nobody told him, but he knows that it's for security what? Now for you, you wake up one day that you want to go, I don't know these villages properly, let me say the other side. There between there is a swamp, but for you are determined to cross that too. You want to go. You cross there, they rob you, you turn against the police. There is no security here. Police is not helping us. We are calling upon the government to improve security. There is a lot of insecurity. But really, when you are going to cross that valley, you told who? Did you call the police to tell them that, to them are going to do what? Did you? Someone drives or rides recklessly, knocks a colleague, people will be there. What is the police? Somebody is dying here as if there is no police. What do you want police to do? Our police officers, medics. By the way, those UP you see, those patrol car you see, are for only two people, two categories of people, only two. Only what? Others is by courtesy. Yes, it's only two. One of them is the police officer. The second person is a suspect. Only to what? The police officer and what? So if we give you any good, it's for by courtesy only. Now just imagine you have got an accident and they put you on Kabangali. Are you getting it better or worse? So for you want the police. You find someone has got an accident and people are just looking on. You call the police. You call the police. Someone is dying. You call the police. They wait even after 2 hours. They are waiting for what? By the time the person, the police comes, blood has gone out, and the police will definitely dump that person in the Kabangali. There are even potholes, even a small life that is remaining is going. I want to tell you, you learn it from me. The responsibility of evacuating victims of accident or what is the responsibility of the mayor, town councils. Yes, that is town what? Local governments are the ones responsible for such services. But because we know they don't have them, police will do what? That's why you even call us when there is a snake. Police, you come. There is a snake in my house. Police, you come. Let me tell you, there is no single police officer who has ever been trained in the management of snakes. That is the truth. You lay your dog. It has run mad. You are calling the police. The husband has gone to drink, has come back late. Police, my husband is too drunk. Are you? Yeah. Now, Kawalya has how many sub-counties? Kawalya district. Huh? Kawalya district has how many sub-counties? I'm just giving an example of Kawalya here. Let me say there are 12 with about 4 town councils, but with 1 patrol car. And you want the police to be in every particular point. You want it to be on what? In a twinkle of an eye. Police, there is a problem here. You want them to be there. In just 5 seconds, as if you made a plan with them. No, I always tell people, you make a plan with us. That you know what? Tomorrow at 2, I'm going to knock Pastor Kiza at Bunyonyi Junction. You will find us there. You will do what? Or we can even arrest you before you even think of going there as a preventive measure. Because as the police, we have the powers to arrest someone who has committed an offense, someone whom we think he committed an offense, someone whom we suspect is about to commit an offense. Yes, when I look at you gentlemen, you are about to commit an offense, I arrest you and I keep you somewhere. Until when I'm satisfied or convinced that I've fully interrupted your plans, I release you and I go. So equally, if you want police to be more effective, you plan with us that tomorrow I'm going, civils are planning to come and steal my house, to break my house. We shall be there. But without a plan, we can't plan with the civils. We can't. So at times bear with us. And the resources also, I've told you Kawalya here, they have 1 patrol car. And there is no district with 2 patrol cars. It's only one. Now someone has been demanded in Lubuguli. The DPC is wanted to be somewhere in Ugarama. And it's the same vehicle is going to use. So at times when we delay, also, I've seen you what man is supposed to do what? To be doing. On issues of security, when you look at the National Security Act, the chairman of security in the country is the president. When things are doing well, you know the president is doing what? When things are bad, he's doing what? Are you getting me? But the president doesn't work alone. At the district level, there is a chairman, security is the RDC. Are we together? But it doesn't work alone. At the sub-county, the chairman of security is LC5 chairperson. LC3 chairperson. So if things are going well, chairman is doing what? If are bad, chairman is doing bad. It doesn't end there. At the policy level, the chairman security the chairman LC2. Equally at the village level, chairman security is chairman LC1 of the village. Mama, chairperson, are you not the chairperson security in your village? So, meaning that every resident of the area is the member of that security what? Of the village. You. Now, really, if you are a member of the security committee, what have you done? And why do you think you should blame the president who is in Kampala? Why do you think you should blame the RDC who is in Kawalya? Why do you think you should blame the chairman LC3? Why do you think you should blame the chairman LC2? Why do you think you should blame the chairman LC1? What have you done? You, the member of the security committee of your village. At house level, household level, you, the man, you are the chairman, or the family head, you are the chairman security. When I was still young, I used to see my dad with a spear just at the back of his bed like this. Oh, actually there were two. Huh? And one of them I have it in my house right now because I succeeded him. I'm there. He could have a panga and a very big stick. The stick for punishing us and a very big stick for any wrong what? But today, you enter someone's house, the biggest weapon he has is a spoon. Today, you enter someone's house, who is the head of security. He has someone knocking. He goes under the bed. He will tell the woman, tell them he's not around. As they knock, open. He's not around. Do you think a thief will fear that voice? Will just get energized to break? And as he breaks, he either takes things the gentleman is where? Under the bed. At the individual level, you are the chairman of security of your area, of yourself. You at the individual level now live alone the house. At the individual what? You are the chairman security of yourself. Why do you have shoes? Huh? Big man, why do you have those shoes? The shoes. Engito. Hey, it's to protect your body. But today you find someone has a very beautiful house with a padlock of this size. A padlock of what? This size that he's protecting himself. This padlock here. Others have doors, these metallic doors with the bullets. He enters his house, he puts the bullet without any other additions. And you remember that door has a hole where you pass the hand. As if you just come, put the hand, and the bolt enters. You will find you on the bed. Give me whatever you have. You ask someone, and you closed it. Hey, yes, I had closed it. How? I put this bullet. How about this hole? That one I didn't bother about it. Police is not patrolling. Really? Should the police come and patrol up to your door to tell you that you close your door properly? Huh? Should the police be doing that work? Members, let me tell you this one. In Uganda, we are over 45 million people. Uganda police, we are hardly 60. Do you think we can provide security to everybody? Even if patrollers are there, do you think they can patrol up to your door? Do you think they can even know that you didn't lock your house? Why don't we wake up? Why don't we be fair to the police officers? And why don't we be fair to ourselves as well? Why? Why do you think police should be doing everything? Is that donkey work? It's even beyond donkey work. Eh? I think even Jesus didn't do that. That one was doing his ministry. He could help those ones who used to come to him or to respond to his what? What is all this is all about? How are we bringing our people? You heard the pastor saying the police, when they are arresting, they grab. You see, As Ndugu Mate said, the police officers are human beings, born by you. You. Yes. And if you produce someone properly, he will be a good person, even when he goes to police. But if you brought him poorly, he will be bad, even when he joins what? Police or UPDF. These are not our children. We don't produce them. You give them to us. Yes. It's you who produce them. And if they are poorly brought up, they will continue being a problem. They say we want police officers or soldiers. You say, that Kawalya man is a thief. I think let's send him to police or UPDF. Now the man has been stealing with a stick. He has now gone to have a gun. What? Do you think you are offloading the problem, or you are just empowering that? At the end of the day, you blame the government instead of blaming yourselves. Members, am I communicating? I know some of you are suspects in this matter. Here, some of you here are suspects. Someone is smoking opium, for you are looking at him. After all, that is God is the son. That one is Joseph's son. But the day he will smoke that opium and they come to you, he will be looking at a very nice jackfruit to split. And they will cut you. He will cut you seeing a jackfruit. Bah! For all along he has been smoking for you saying, Chitandugao. At Chitandugao. He has cut you in pieces. He has raped you or defiled your kagalo of 2 years. He's seeing a very beautiful lady. Are you not getting concerned? So let's see also be mindful on how we bring up our children. Those of you who are biblical than me, I don't remember well. Is it Samuel? First Samuel, I don't know. Is it either First Samuel 21:12? Priest Eli. He was a very good preacher. And God loved him. You all know this. But when he was aging and they gave responsibility to his children, they abused the church process. And God cast Priest Eli with his entire family. Yet Eli didn't do what? Any wrong. It was his children. So be mindful. Those children you are bringing up and thinking that they are gold, they will turn out to be what? Problems to you. When you look at Genesis 1:26, chapter 1:26, God, when he was creating, he said, let's create man in our own what? Image and likeness. Don't you think you are also God? Because you are created in his own what? And in 7 he said, man was created in God's what? Image. 29, he gave us what to eat. He gave us the grains or the seeds, all those good what? Seed-bearing plants to eat, and the fruits as our food. And then he started, he gave animals what to eat. They gave them grass and what? And the leaves. But today, if you find a human being eating leaves, they call them mila. I'm not diverting from what God is in plans. We are now eating what? So very soon you are going to see a cow eating the wombo, maybe. That's when we are going to wake up, I think. So members, issues of security, poverty, what? It's a collective what? Responsibility. I have a very small takeaway for everybody here. Let's go back and improve on and maintain good child upbringing. Let's also know that security is a collective what? Let's also know that there was the other gentleman who said he has a door on his house. Let's try to ensure that those doors we have, or everything you have, be a fence, make it in a way that will give a wrong person a thief hard time. In Ruchiga, we call it target hardening. Target what? Target hardening. Because thieves don't have time. They don't have time. So if he finds that the door is giving him time, he will go away. For you, you would have escaped the problem. Members, let's continue with teamwork. You religious people and security, we must work as one. Because at the end of the day, your aim is to rehabilitate people or to work, to advise them to deviate from criminality. Equally, our intentions or our focus to have a crime-free society. So we must work as a team. For you pastors, I heard from my friend, I think he's the head of the pastors in Kigeze, and the doctor who was saying there is good teamwork. Let's maintain that good teamwork. Divisions is a deadly disease. It will kill us. If we work as a team without divisions, so this is the pastor so and so, that one is subscribes to Pastor James, that one subscribes to Pastor so, and you work as what? As one, we are going to have a very, very good society and a crime-free. Targeting at our vision 2040, for us we are looking at having a crime-free society, and of course that translates into development. Everyone is a police officer. Everyone is what? According to what I've told you, I think you all agree that you are. So you also flash back where you have seen police not working well. You also flash back and find that what was my contribution in me as one. You may find that you contributed somehow to the failure of police or to the non-performance of police yourself. So you should also rectify that. If you look at what happened, that the police failed, because someone calls you that Kawalya has stolen my matoke, who is supposed to give evidence? Who is supposed to give evidence to support that Kawalya stole the matoke? Is it the police? Who? Have you done it? If you have not done it, then who are you blaming? Why are you blaming the police? Because for us, we investigate, and what we investigate, we get from you. And after investigation, there is another arm which evaluates the evidence. So I may be correcting, doing a lot of nothing. The DPP will tell me the evidence is sufficient. But for you, you still continue looking at me. Yet the DPP has told me there is insufficient evidence. Continue investigating all these suspects unconditionally. But for you, because you don't want to know, and you know you are... Police is a punching bag. Police has done ABCD. Let's embrace the system of neighborhood watch. Neighborhood what? You must know what is happening at your neighbor's place. Yes. Sort of that, I'm telling you, you're not going to fight crime in your area. Chairperson LC1, ensure that you have security committees in the villages where everybody is a member or is involved. When you have that system in your village, it helps you as village people to identify the problem and get possible solutions. And that one you will find yourself with a very good working relationship with the police, with security, with everybody. You will not have anybody to blame because everybody is involved. You know the problem of the village better than me, the DPC, better than me, the OC, better than me, the mayor, better than me, the LC1 chairperson, the LCC chairperson. You know the problem, and therefore you have very good what? Programs to take to rescue the situation. That said, I want to briefly add on what my previous colleagues talked about here. You have heard the dog handler. Once a crime is committed, ensure that you don't tamper, you don't ditch that place. For example, if I block his door, the dog will be introduced here. And that's where it picks the scent. The smell, I don't know how you call it. The scent. In the Nyankore, you call it what? In Ukiga? The scent. Akahoho. So if you come and touch there, it means mine has gone away. It's yours which is there. And the police will arrest you. And for you, say, police, they know the thief. But you're arresting an innocent person. Why did you go there? So the best way, don't tamper with the sin. Am I clear? Equally, that was also the issue of the soko. It rotates around. On noise pollution. Noise pollution. Members, not everybody wants what you want. We are tenants on the same block. Me, I want to watch news. For you, you want Kadongo Kamu. The other one wants BBC. The other one wants Al Jazeera. So, if we all tune to the highest, do you think he wants to listen to what I'm listening to? He's not enjoying. Therefore, I'm inconveniencing him. The other one wants to listen to Al Jazeera. And for me, I'm putting Kadongo Kamu Basude. I'm inconveniencing him. So, let's try always to be friendly to our neighbors. Last, on the issue of terrorism, members, this is a very serious problem Uganda is facing. And the terrorist, for him, God forbid, if he harvests, if reaches like this place here, this is a very good audience for him to harvest. Stupid enough. For them, they think that when they kill all of us here, the way we are seated, those are blessings. That even when he goes in heaven, they said they will go to heaven, that he will find there 7 virgin women waiting because they have done a good job. So just imagine someone with that kind of thinking. Do you think he's a human being? Incidentally, those people have no difference from you and me. So you look at me, you think I'm your brother, your friend, your neighbor, when I'm a terrorist. So don't take things for granted. Always be suspicious of everything around you. You remember in the 2011 bombing in Irugogo, that boy is Semakula. Is Semakula? Had even invited his real mother from Botambala to go and watch football from a place he knew he was going to do what? To hit. To plant a bomb. So that's how they believe. They believe that killing, I don't know, how to call it, known people or outspoken people in the area, that is a very good what? Because they know once I kill so and so, who is popular in the area, the government will be hated. And incidentally, that's what you do. They kill somebody, you say, government, you must say. Government has not helped. Yet these people for them are doing it too. That's how they are nurtured. They are brought up believing that this is the way to go. If you see that one, is it a good harvest for you? Maybe as we can talk until tomorrow. Let me request that I end here. I believe we are still together and we can continue. I thank Bishop Dr. Aloysius Chiza and the Mama for the good hospitality. I thank Pastor Sally Moses and his team, the organizing committee. I thank everybody and His Grace, the Bishop, for sparing time to come and stay with us, and all of you for coming and spend the day with us. I thank you very much for God and my country.
Hallelujah! Praise the Lord. Thank you so much. You know, and like my co-MC said, the bishop had talked the shortest speech. Even my boss today has given the shortest what? You know, we talk. If it means, you were to, in the future actually you plan where one will come and say ties. We shall be adding on this and that and that. Your people in few years or in near future, you will find they have learned a lot and it will help them. Mushube mwonjero bugaro bantu mwe. Ogunwe mukama witu Kigezi, n'uwa kabiri hari Regional Police Commander, uba kweta Mr. Saiga ni Assistant Commissioner of Police. He's in Kampala, ni Manyangu Kampala hari emikoro. kandi n'abamwe muri mwana obundi mutakukimanya